Good thing I remembered to mute it just now.
Yeah, I always mute.
Deaf.
I always mute the whole tab. That way, it's just easier.
Oh, it's smart.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, we are live. It is showing up on my end.
Yep, I can see it too.
Oh no, it's an It trailer.
I haven't seen that. Is it good?
I tried to watch the proper trailer and it terrified me. So, like, and everybody that has seen it, I have heard good things, actually.
You'll float too, Nick.
But again, shut up, Kellen. Again, it seems like they're gonna do it. Like, one part is the kids.
When they're kids and
I love you, Kellen. I'm sorry, I said shut up. And then they're gonna do the second part with the adults again, I think. Which I feel might be a mistake.
Seems like everything has to be like a multi-part
but don't forget,
universe
like
now.
it
Oh no,
takes
the
place in
original
the
ones
two
as
different
well.
timelines, so giving each of them their own. Because, like, if you remember the miniseries / movie from 1990, they tried to fit a lot of it up into that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Stephen King novel. How long is it, actually? Because Stephen King's notoriously wordy.
It's less
The
than the
novel is like
scan.
1,100 pages, something like that. It's fairly long.
Yeah.
So I just feel like they could fit more from the book in doing it two parts like that. Then they bounce back and forth a lot.
I'm really upset about this, but I only found out like the other day that Pennywise was a demon.
You just thought he was a clown the whole time?
Yeah, just a
I
clown.
I thought he was an alien.
Oh.
That's just splitting hairs, I think, at this point.
Yeah, really.
I mean, extra dimensional terror could be an alien. You never know.
Yeah, that's a
He
good point.
says he's evil and from another dimension. Like, that's all that's ever really said. So, welcome. We talk about Stephen King for 2 hours.
This is what happens when the GM is away.
Yeah,
Welcome
there's
to
nobody to rein in
Horror
our
in the
stupid
Wilderness.
bullshit.
Welcome
Mind you,
to Castle Rock.
Welcome
most
to the
of
discussion of Kings, featuring It.
We're just gonna talk about Game of Thrones all night now.
Yeah, it's actually just all the important characters, everybody from the Empire, everybody from everywhere, just sitting around the table talking about the new It movie. Having a good old discussion about movies and shit.
Mind you, most of the monsters, the chaos, the demons from down underneath are probably quite similar to. Now I've just terrified myself.
We haven't seen any clown demons.
All those
Yeah.
asshole
Please,
maidens on the scrying
please.
orb are just like spoiling it for everybody else because they're sharing all the spoilers.
Tyler, this is recorded for Dan.
Well,
Yeah.
So, like,
I know.
now you've done it.
I know.
Now we're
Now-
going to see clown demons.
It's going to have a squeaky nose and everything. Do you know what? Of all the
For
things, I'm actually not afraid of clowns, so I'm more afraid of demons than I am of fucking clowns.
That sounds.
I mean,
like
to be
a
fair, that's
rational thing.
completely reasonable. Demons are a little bit more threatening than clowns.
Give it time, Nikki, and Dan will make sure you're afraid of both just as much.
Now I'm gonna have to draw clown monsters.
Oh, God.
I do like clown monsters. I look forward to that art stream from you, Nick.
It's very relaxing drawing monsters.
Oh, yeah.
We all honk down here.
Oh my god.
You'll honk too.
Oh. Okay, I'm super done with that.
Actually, Nick, I gotta... Wait, who's here's seen it? The new
I
one.
haven't. I haven't seen the new one.
Nobody's seen the new one? Okay, darn. I just want to
See
know,
next
no
week.
spoilers, because I want to see it myself. I just want to know if they use that fucking line, "We all float down here" in the new movie. That's all I want to know.
It's been
It's
part
in
of their
the
That's
marketing.
what I did wonder.
that they
It
have
is. It is.
Is it in
Like,
the proper
they show it-
trailer?
Like the proper trailers, like they have Georgie talking to his brother Bill, and they use that "You'll Float Too"
That's fucking hilarious.
trailer. It's in the trailer.
Yeah, because he's chasing the little paper boat.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And now I'm terrified again. All over
Oh,
again.
good. Good. So about
Apparently there's like humor in it as well. Like as in almost somebody described it without spoiling it as like coming of age, and I'm just sitting there thinking, are you kidding me? Are you actually shitting me?
Well, that's kind of what the book was about, just with death and murder and demons. I
Demons.
guess.
coming of age with Satan.
I'm sure Satanists would be very scandalized to think.
I don't know. Do Satanists have a coming of age story? Because usually once you stop being 14, you stop being a Satanist.
What,
Alright,
really?
so let's discuss how we're gonna take out the killer clown.
Right.
That
What is
as
our
we
plan?
speak, Dan is going to be suddenly it's just going to intrude on Dan's day. I should really make a demon clown. That's
He's-
the thing that I should do.
He's
The
just gonna
moment
get
he has the
brainwave
party-
beamed to him.
Go to a circus for reasons or something. We're out. I quit.
It's a demon circus.
His circus popped up and people started disappearing. I'm out.
So that was my plan for the heist. And so
The
So
good
That
part
was
is that
gonna
basically
be-
being a
what,
bird
that
will
we
just
were-
float naturally.
That was gonna be our
we were
cover.
gonna be a circus?
yeah, a traveling
Oh.
circus.
That's cool.
Oh god.
We're gonna have to use that.
Carnifex would be the strong man.
Step right up.
Hun Hao would be on the trapeze.
Yeah,
Probably.
Or the fire blower. What is
well,
it?
we
I don't
have
think
a gun held for that.
Fire eater.
Yeah, I don't
That's
think.
the one.
Yeah, Hun Hao wouldn't get along with fire. He's flammable.
Sword eater?
Wow. We're not doing. Just because you ship them, no. It's not canon.
Welcome to Voices in the Wilderness, a 13th Age adventure.
The DM is gone.
This is why you need to DM with an iron fist. This is what your players are up to when you're gone.
Dan would probably be doing this with us. Let's not lie.
But he does try to then rein it in after at least a couple minutes. We've been doing this for about 20 now.
Sorry, Dollard.
Yeah, just a bit.
I'm the one who started it.
Alright, I get it.
So yeah, I guess today is just going to be a lot of character-on-character interaction. We're going to catch Kellen up to
Ooh.
speed here in a little bit. Because he was missing last week, and the week before too, but we didn't really do anything that week. If I remember right.
Missing a lot of weeks.
But in short, we're planning a heist to steal a shard of prophecy from somebody who's using it. There's a new emperor that's been crowned or chosen. I think that's how that works. And as such, basically powers from across the continent are gathered here for negotiations and to pledge allegiance and whatnot. Gunhild has been kind of strong-armed by her dad, adoptive dad, to act as his entourage, and Ferris is following along to help represent Gandodostrum as well. So those two are involved in negotiations, while the rest of the party will embark on the heist. And after the preliminary talks, where Ferris and Gunhild, I guess, both learned that Arlando is now in cahoots with the Empire, and specifically working with Florentine to help build another Halcyon, one of the few flying airships that can travel over land as well as water. We will, I guess, rejoin the group and inform them what happened. I can't remember what else happened. I know everybody kind of did their own little thing.
I made a laser better.
That's right. Yeah, Lissy. Yeah, we weren't sure if that was the right thing to do.
Oh god, that's right.
I become friend with Dwayne.
Yeah, the invincible Dwayne.
Carnifex helped me.
I didn't know what I was doing at the time. That's my excuse.
You were having a flex off with
Acting
Dwayne.
guy.
You knew
I
exactly
was.
what you was doing.
So, yeah. Anybody else got anything that I missed?
Kellen was here when we did all that library stuff and that, right?
What about... We're not sure... We've got something that might destroy the Shard of Prophecy, but we're not sure if it'll work, and we're also not sure if it would be absolutely horrible or not.
Right.
That's why I
The
fixed
repercussions of it.
Lizzie, quote unquote, fixed it. Because it was the laser cannon.
Yeah, the laser cannon that's supposed to destroy the Shard of Prophecy, and she improved it.
And Ferris, after having spoken to the Shard of Prophecy, believes that while it might not destroy civilization as we know it, it will destroy a civilization, or so he's been told.
Oh, and Hunhow also figured out the other half of the ritual, but it involves basically letting a demon invasion happen, and while the door is open, stepping into the door, and closing the door permanently from the other side, in the demon's realm.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. But I think that covers everything that you missed.
Orlando's not really our friend anymore.
Was he really ever?
I mean, we don't know that.
It was kind of a tenuous friendship.
Well, it was solid back in the day. Back in the days of finding him in the, what was it? Wasn't it like a trash, like a garbage heap or something? Where he was
I mean, the
making
first time we
little
met him,
bots.
he tried to kill us with a
Love
mech,
bought 9000.
a
Fair.
love buster.
To
Oh,
be
Love
fair-
Buster.
I mean, most of the
Kill
people
us
in
when
this
they
room that we're
first
with
meet.
right now tried to kill us upon the first time that we met them.
Yeah.
We do have that way with people.
So what's the plan now?
So yeah, Ferris will just kind of put his hands on the table. Nothing's changed. We still need to get that Shard of Prophecy. We just might not have to destroy it right off the bat.
I agree, it'd probably be better to hold on to it until we can either safely destroy it or at least understand the device that we plan to destroy it with a little bit better.
I also hate to say it, but it also might need to be completed before we can destroy the thing for good.
Now that's... If destroying one shard would destroy a civilization, what would the whole orb?
It would probably be even worse.
Exactly. I mean, wouldn't it be enough that the orb could never be completed? Destroy one shard and the remaining, they can never be at their full power?
Maybe these things are still pretty powerful on their own. If they fell into, well, they currently are in possibly the wrong hands. It's well, none of that matters until we have them all.
It's true. So then, how are we planning on getting this shard out of the hands of someone we don't even know who holds it?
Well, I think our old friend Cyril's the key, but I think Casey will be helping us out a little bit in regards to that. If it is indeed his ancestor that's using this thing, then there's a way to track through bloodline. It's how my father was able to find us in Great Gate.
So we can track them through Cyril. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Well, specifically his blood, which he might not be super thrilled about.
How much blood?
Not much. A drop or two.
Oh.
Usually the more the better, but we don't need to. It'll be okay. It's pretty close.
So we track with Cyril's blood. What then?
Well, I suppose the answer is, we'll deal with what we can to get in there, try to avoid raising any alarms or suspicion.
We're so good at that.
Well, I'll be there. Don't worry. I'm working on ways to help you all. And Ferris is kind of looking over everyone, like, Hunhow, you should be okay. You're pretty light on your feet. Lissy,
Hunhow flashes a thumbs up.
You're to maybe tie your ships together.
I'm a tank.
But Harn effects, and Ferris just kind of starts rubbing his chin. I'm sorry, but your armor is loud.
Face is loud.
Oh, out of character for a second. We probably ought to explain why Malkesh isn't here.
Malkesh is napping, even though he doesn't have to sleep. So maybe he's not napping.
Jay is here, but not here because
he's
in a part of the world that might be dropping into the ocean.
Well, just getting washed away into the ocean, really.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think the ocean's coming to him at this point.
Yeah.
And falling from the frickin' sky.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's more of a convenience thing, really.
It's a new oceanic.
Why go see the ocean when it's just right there?
Above you, falling at high speed.
As long as there's no sharks in it, he's okay.
I think there are actually sharks in it. There was some news article about sharks getting picked up by Irma.
I think
that was super fake.
It was
fake.
Oh, that was fake? Okay.
Yeah.
I fell for it and then I propagated it. I'm gonna apologize for that.
I mean, it's...
I mean, Sharknado was a historical documentary, so...
It does pick up fish and stuff like that.
Yeah, seems a little, like... I mean, sharks are a bit different than fish. I mean, I'm not saying it'd be a Sharknado, but I could see a shark landing on somebody's roof and it'd be in a what the fuck situation.
Yeah, I can imagine at least a few sharks and other marine animals being picked up and tossed, but I don't think it's a Sharknado situation.
No, there's no way it's a Sharknado
Sadly.
situation.
Well, that's because it'd be a sharkicane.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the one.
We've already had the long talk about the fucking semantics of Sharknado, Sharkicane, and all that shit. Oh, that was great. Maybe that's why Malkesh isn't with us. He's marathoning the Sharknado movies in the other room.
Yeah.
For research purposes.
Yeah.
But no, I think I've got a way to make you quieter, Carnifex. This might need a little bit of help from Lissy, but I think we can make it work.
Crosses his arms and gives a death glare.
Hanao kind of nervously looks over to Lissy.
I'm smart.
She's not going to have to build anything for your idea, is she?
Oh.
Nothing. Well, not much.
Oh gosh.
You don't have to build
Does it explode?
a man. No, it does not. We're not making his armor explode.
You need me to build another man?
No.
Oh.
No.
That's the exact opposite of what I said.
Because I think I figured out what I did wrong last time, so I can have another go.
Well,
You built a
did
tiny
something wrong?
frog instead of a man?
No, I don't think that's what I got wrong. No.
I feel like you should tell us what he got wrong since he is still traveling with us. And it might be important for him to know what's wrong with him as well.
Oh no, it's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Every time you
get it
say
right
not
next
to worry
time.
about something, I'm going to worry about it.
In fact, that's the worst thing you can say if you don't want me to worry about something.
Well, I feel as though he might have been a bit bigger. Next time we'll just make him a bit bigger.
Hanao's got his
hands up.
yeah. Hanao's got his face in his hands, and it's just.
I was rushed last time, so I just feel like he
We
might.
specifically
need to
told you
be-
not to rush it.
Yeah, we told you it could wait.
Yeah, but he was already made, and it was all there.
Where was the rush? What was rushing you?
Just that it was all ready to go.
That's
You
not
rushed
a
yourself.
rush.
Yeah, pretty much. He turned out okay.
I hate you all.
Speaking of building things, Lissy,
Yes.
Arlando's working with Florentine now. Can he build a Halcyon? Rixus seems to think it'll take him at least 5 years before he can figure his way around it.
Oh, Rixus. You know why Rixus works in the library?
Well,
Because he has absolutely no clue how to be an engineer.
So Arlando can build the Halcyon faster than 5 years? Less than 5 years? Longer? The longer the better.
How many days since we've been in what's it, the Thief Town?
Dan's not here, so let's just
Yeah.
say 4.
Yeah, it's been a few days.
Oh no, he could build one now.
What?
He's probably built one now.
He could build one in less than a week.
How?
Well,
How did
If he has all the parts, I could build one in maybe that amount of time.
Oh
But-
my
It
god.
needs-
Halcyon size, not.
I mean, the
little
Halcyon's a
toy
one-of-a-kind ship.
Well,
It
if
can
he has
travel
all
over-
the parts,
But how does he know what parts he needs?
How does he know how to build it?
Yeah.
well,
I mean,
that's a funny story, really.
What did you do?
I might
Listen.
have run out on him again.
And was that the inspiration that made him build the Halcyon the first time?
Yeah, and he had the plans.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the plans. That was.
Well,
Oh my God, you did.
Did you
give him
give
the
him the
plan?
plans?
You gave him the plans.
he just seems so sad.
Table. Flip.
Oh
I
god.
thought it'd make him feel better.
so let me get this straight. You know
Yes.
that running out on him causes him to build a massive, deadly ship.
Yes.
So you gave him the plans and then ran out on him, knowing that he would probably build a massive, deadly ship.
Well, it's not going to be perfect.
Okay. It's not perfect. That's okay. Now we have nothing
Ferris
to work.
like just falls into his seat and just like slumps his shoulders and just puts his hand in his face in his hands and just like, what do you mean it's not going to be perfect?
Well, he needs me for it to be perfect.
What if he had Florentine instead of you?
Florentine would be like having Rixus instead of me.
So much more dangerous.
No! Just a bit more magical, I suppose. A little bit less boomy.
Oh.
That
A
sounds
little bit
dangerous.
more. Well, he'll get it to fly, but it's not exactly going to be.
But the flight is the important thing. That was Grandadostrim's best play, and
Most of the things fly in Grand Nadastrum.
yeah,
but not anywhere
But-
else. And
yeah, they
now
don't
it's-
move.
I still don't think it's going to be right.
I have a feeling you're downplaying this a little bit.
I mean, he has the plans. It's that's really all he needs, right? He just follows the plans. You didn't change the plans, did you?
No.
Oh,
But if it's going to be really effective, I'd need to have a look at it.
Oh,
I don't think he's going to let you have a look at it, and also, I don't want you to have a look at it. It's not our ship.
I
No.
second that.
It was meant for exploration to begin with, anyway.
I don't think the Empire is going to want it for exploration. I don't think Florentine is
Well-
going to want it for exploration.
It's going to be extra hard for them to use it the way that the Empire wants to use it. They would need to build cannons on it first. Like lots of cannons.
I think they know how to do cannons. It's the Empire.
Yeah, well, they might work once.
I mean, I just don't. What were you thinking? I don't get it.
Well, he was
Like, did he
kind of
promise you something, or
Oh no,
You gave
no.
your
Does he know-
ex-boyfriend the plans to one of the most
Ex-fiance.
ex-fiancé, the plans to one of the most technologically advanced and potentially dangerous technologies on the continent because he was sad.
Well, he built it to begin with.
and
It's
then
not
you ran
exact-
away, making him sadder.
and then he specifically split his memories so that nobody could make anything like it again.
I think you guys are worrying too much.
Did you
about
give him the
this.
memory that
Not worrying
so he
enough.
knows what he did?
No, I did not give him the memory so that he knows what he did.
Okay, that's good.
Because
Well, it's
then
less
you would just
bad.
take the ship and go and look for the Archmage. I
Yeah,
suspect.
now he's gonna have the ship and still think that Rixus did it.
Possibly.
What do you mean possibly? Exactly.
That's the reason he left in the first place.
Yeah. Okay, maybe it is a little bit worrying.
I feel
Oh,
like you're not giving this the respect it deserves, Lissy. With a lot of this is true of you for a lot of things, but specifically this.
Well, you guys don't know quite how Ockbees work, really. It's not your
I mean-
fault.
you can't just say that every time we
Yeah.
voice a concern.
Well, I thought if he could build something, it might make him feel a bit better.
Okay, build
Oh,
something,
great, yes.
not the Halcyon.
There are
What?
steps
Give him like
in
a little
between.
tiny halcyon to build
Yeah.
then.
But that wouldn't have worked. He doesn't build little ships.
He could start.
And it won't be called the Halcyon. I'm not sure what he'll call it, but you don't tend to name ships the same.
That's just
sometimes.
semantics.
Yeah, I mean he's probably not gonna call it the SS Sticky.
I feel like you guys are picking on me now.
Because you did something dumb. Yes.
I didn't do anything dumb.
You did something super dumb.
Orlando knows how to control the shit.
That's the
And he's
problem.
Problem.
Ah!
You don't see the concern of putting a massive warship in the hands of someone who is quite potentially going to use it for the Empire against someone who he thinks banished the Archmage to a different dimension or wherever they sent him, and you just gave him the plans, walked out, and just let that happen.
And not just the Empire, the Imperial Library. You know, Florentine,
going
the
to
one
say-
who is going to more or less told us that she's going to burn this continent down to save it.
There's not the slightest bit of concern over any of that.
Nah.
All right.
We just
All
have
right,
to
then.
get Rixus out of here for now, just in case.
How are we gonna get him out? He's part of the delegation, Grand Nadastrum. He has to be here.
Well, I think most of the delegation probably has to leave at this point.
We can't.
They aren't
Oh.
going to
The
be very
Emperor
happy
was
with him.
just crowned. Nobody's gonna leave.
I'm trying to decide, out of character, whether or not they would actually need Rixus for the ship.
Like to build it,
Because Florentine, no, yeah, partly. It's all three of them came up with plans to build the Halcyon. It took the three of them to do it. So, while Florentine is very knowledgeable in and of herself, she doesn't have the same sort of resources that the library does. So I don't think that they'll kill Rixus outright. I'm hoping
well,
not,
not
anyway.
at the meeting.
No. Because they possibly might need him for something. Possibly.
Sounds like Dan territory.
Yeah.
See, the plans that Lissy handed over were Orlando's part of the plans, which is the basic build of the ship itself, and he can build an engine, but he doesn't have the same capability that Lissy does as far as making it, I don't know, you know how she made the laser better? It would be that sort of scenario with the actual engine as well. So they could get it to fly, you know, it would look impressive, but it might actually have weaponry now that I think about it, but I don't think it'll be exactly the same as the Halcyon.
It'll just.
Well, it's probably still going to be bad enough.
It'll still be a warship that can fly over land and do massive damage and.
Well, if they get Rixus and Lissy, then it probably will become much worse.
Much
now
worse
that
from
I think about it.
Okay, well, Gunhild, good news. You and I are now babysitting both Rixus and Casey and your father during this negotiation.
Oh, goody.
I noticed that I wasn't added in this whole thing.
Well, you're
You're
part
not
of the
going to
heist.
look after me either.
You're part of the heist team. You're with
Oh,
the
right,
other.
yeah. Good point. I could very probably dismantle it as it is now, provided
But-
I roll
But you
properly.
said he could have built it 4 days ago.
Oh yeah, if he has all the right parts. Like they only sort of got to see half of the parts anyway. That was way too many likes in that sentence. I feel like your silence is a bit uncomfortable.
It's
It's
just
a lot of
silent
uncomfortable things.
disappointment.
Disappointment?
I'm secretly judging you right now.
I'm not
Secretly?
angry with you. I'm just disappointed, Lissy.
Ah, no, Elf Dad's disappointed in me. Fuck. Does that mean that I have to become? Does that mean that I have to become goth now?
Yeah, you gotta go through your rebellious Sockby phase.
What you mean, an Orkby face?
Like highlight your
Oh.
feathers purple.
It's an Akbi phase, so that means that she's just straight sober for a few months.
Yeah.
Goth beat.
I'm swearing off the booze, guys. Sorry in advance.
Somehow even more dangerous now.
Oh, it's much more dangerous.
Look, Lissy, it's just
I mean,
we need.
I built a man in
it's-
a week.
Yeah, exactly, and we need to think about
Actually, it
the
was 2
consequences
hours.
of our actions. I know it's a lot hearing it from me, but I've had a lot of time to think over the past couple of months adventuring with you guys, and it turns out, things that we do, they have a lasting impact on everybody in this world. Ferris kind of gestures out the window. We turned an entire forest into a ghost forest. That was weird. That's something that we did without thinking too much about it.
I think that was an accident.
Well, exactly. We need
Doesn't
to.
matter if it's an accident or not.
Mel
need to
Malkesh
think
felt
about
really
this.
bad about it afterwards. He told me.
It's great to feel bad about it, but Ferris has a point. We have to think about what it is that we're doing before we do it. Otherwise, we have ghost forests and we have giant warships and God knows what else.
Well, yeah, but there's always the demons as well. I mean, that seems like if we did nothing, then that'd be a bit of a problem.
They're not preaching we do nothing. They're preaching we think about what we do before we do it so we don't make these problems worse.
That's why we haven't destroyed the Shard of Prophecy yet. We're not sure if it's going to nuke the Empire.
This
I don't know what a nuke
continent
is, but I think it sounds bad.
If the continent is torn apart before the demons even get to us, then we haven't done anything.
I know. If
Then
the
why
Emperor
are you doing these
isn't,
things?
if the Emperor, no. I mean, I know what we need to do. If the Emperor isn't here, then that means that this isn't the Empire anymore. So
Well,
if we
the
take
Emperor-
the Emperor somewhere else, then that will become the Empire, and then that won't be threatened by shit.
No.
We're not kidnapping the Emperor.
Why?
No!
He doesn't need
Yeah.
kidnapping.
Just somehow has like a cup of tea, just pours it out and leaves the room.
Sorry, guys.
You do realize
Walks
I
back in.
technically work for the Empire, right?
Oh, you've
don't-
not worked
please
for the
don't arrest
Empire
us.
for ages. You've worked for us. Besides, you'd be the one looking after him. Wouldn't that be great?
No!
Draw
it an
fire if I have
emperor
to
or an
listen to
What
empress?
this
you're
anymore.
suggesting is kidnapping.
I'm
Yes,
really interested in seeing what a baby human looks like. I've
No!
seen baby humans
No.
from like a
This is
distance.
potentially the worst one to go see.
After building somebody, I kind of feel like I need to see how the process starts.
No.
That's
Whole different process.
Love you guys.
I don't have anything to say. I'm at a loss of words.
So you're saying we can kidnap the Emperor?
No!
Absolutely
Nope.
not.
And meanwhile, Ferris is like standing up and leading Gregory out of the room, and then shuts the door behind him, and then turns back and locks the door. No, we're not talking about this anymore.
Not only does he just like lead him out of the room, he just like somehow picks up Carnifex and just puts Carnifex in front of the door too,
Yeah.
just to be safe.
That is the single worst idea I think I've ever heard.
What? Moving the Emperor so that you move the Empire?
No,
That
kidnapping
doesn't
the
work.
Emperor!
Also, it doesn't work like that.
Also, yeah!
Really?
Like
It
you don't just
really
you don't
does
just
not
take
work
the
like that.
Emperor and then put him in the Orklands and say, well, nope, the Orklands belong to the Emperor now.
But isn't that how all the rest of them do that?
No,
Isn't that how it's happened before?
the Orc Lord was in Grand Adostrum, but then it become the Orklands.
Are you sure?
I'm
Yes.
pretty sure.
Even I
For
know
one
this.
thing, I only thought that this happened with empires. So I would assume that the Orc Lord wouldn't be able to turn the Empire into the Orklands because it's already the Empire because the Emperor's in it.
Also, we didn't have an emperor for a long time. Why do you think they called it the Empire if there was no emperor for a little while?
I thought there was an emperor.
No, we've been waiting for one for a while. This is kind of a big deal.
I thought he was just getting old, and that's why there was a baby.
Nope, there's. Wait, Ferris puts a hand up. You mean to tell me that you think that when people get old, a baby replacement just kind of shows up?
Well, that's what happened, didn't it?
No.
No.
Like, do you think that
Really
happens
very-
to everybody
no.
or just emperors?
Lissy is thinking.
Hunhow
Well-
just looks slightly offended and quietly says, "I'm not old."
Well,
I mean, maybe by your standards, but I'm not old. I'm
I'm
still
trying
in
to
my
think how
prime.
long- I'm trying to think how long. I mean, Akbees are reskinned dwarves anyway, so they probably last a fairly long time.
Yeah, but they're also birds.
Yeah. And also they're prone to exploding themselves. Maybe nobody knows how old an Akbee
Magic
is because
birds?
no Akbee has ever died from old age.
Yeah, they just
Seems about
drink
right.
themselves to death or blow themselves up, or
Yeah.
drink themselves to death while blowing up.
I'm trying
They
not
don't know
to
how
die
to
of a
record
broken
death by
heart.
natural causes.
Small violin starts to play. Actually, I'm surprised Orlando didn't die of a broken heart.
Well, we'll get to that next week.
Yeah.
We have to stab him in the heart because he's trying to blow everything up.
Well, we've not heard what he has to say yet. Or did I miss that bit?
No, he never talked.
Yeah, we
the
haven't.
reveal was where we cut off. So
Is he just holding everybody hostage?
No, he
Orlando?
just
Oh.
showed up to the room.
yeah.
Oh, well then that's fine.
I mean, the real negotiations start tomorrow. That's why we need to figure out what we're doing tonight.
I mean, if he just wants to talk, then that's fair enough, isn't it? Just because he
we've
made
lost-
an entrance doesn't mean
We've
he's
lost
gonna
Grand
try and
Adoption's
kill everybody.
biggest bargaining chip is our concern.
You
But
are
the Halcyon is a full ship.
you are singularly the most optimistic person I have ever met, and it's so frustrating.
I don't think it's optimism.
It's alcoholism.
Well, I was gonna say ignorance, but that probably works too.
I mean, the two aren't
Thanks a lot,
mutually
Tullard.
exclusive.
I could sober up.
I'm not sure if that'd be worse or not.
It would be worse, probably.
I
It
could
would be.
I could give you all what I'm drinking.
No.
That would help.
Oh,
Pretty sure it would kill half the people here.
I remember the last time you made us drinks. God.
Funny story.
Funny story?
I bet it feels like you have a bit of a gap.
What did you do?
Well, I had to get the plans somehow.
What
Actually,
did
I need to talk
you
to
do?
Orlando about that.
Lissy.
Yeah, I do still need to talk to her. I remember, Ferris. I need to talk to Orlando about that.
Yes. That would be appreciated.
I gave you alcohol. Do you not remember?
I remember that.
Good. You
Kimura
had a
just
lot.
Reflexively puts herself between Hunhow and Lissy just to be safe. She's not.
Oh.
She wasn't there for when this happened, but tension.
I think she was there. I tried to get your
Yeah.
memories off of you,
Yeah.
but you were stubborn.
Wait.
Well, I should say I don't think she knows what specifically it is that Lissy did, but she
Oh, that's
she was
good.
there.
Was this something that happened while I was gone?
Yeah, it was in Grand
yeah.
Adoption.
Okay.
I borrowed memories from Ferris and Hun Hao of a raucous night out and switch the memory crystals for the crystals that contained the information about the Halcyon so that they wouldn't get locked up in a vault somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Because that would have been a damn shame.
That sounds like the worst thing to do, because then you just gave...
Because he was sad. I knew he'd want them back eventually.
Han Hao just falls back into his chair and just puts both hands on his head. Oh.
That was pretty much how you reacted after the night of drinking.
Please stop talking.
How... Like... We're on the ground floor of this building, right? Or
Yeah.
are we on the top?
Not sure. Let's say we're on the ground. Well, wherever you want us to be, that's where we are.
Well, because if
Just
we're on
do
the
not
top
throw me
floor,
out
I'm
of
gonna
the top
throw her out the
fucking floor.
window!
I do know how to fly. Thank you very much.
I mean, you can throw her out of the window on a ground floor thing. Just
Yeah,
make
I mean,
sure.
You're so mean.
Let's get some dice rolls for
Jeez.
this session.
It's not. It's yeah. Let's see.
Do a contested roll. Yeah.
Companionship. I mean, I'm gonna start thinking about joining Orlando in a minute, at least.
You know, it sounds like you already have.
And I'll win! Fuck you guys! Jesus!
I do love that man of mine. God damn it, Dan.
Oh God.
So it's gonna be the new thing?
I feel
Cartifex
so
just
abused.
every now and then throws Lissy out a door or window.
I feel so abused. I'm gonna go make sure he can blow up an empire.
He's not gonna blow up the. He's working for the Empire.
Oh! Oh, see, that's where I got confused.
This is the story of how Lissy became the main villain.
Main
Lindsay's
villain.
been the villain all along.
I was sure it was gonna be Carnifex, but here we are.
So was I. Wait, I mean, no.
Come on, guys. I know what I'm talking about.
Sometimes I have
But-
my doubts.
But you may know what you're talking about, but you don't temper that with any common sense.
It is also
Common
true.
what now?
And Hun Hao's face goes back into his hands.
Does Malkesh have some of that? Because, like, it seems important.
He does not.
Malkesh would understand what I was doing.
That's what's terrifying about it.
Sorry, Jay.
Just throwing you under the bus, Jay. Don't mind.
It's only
What's
because
the
you're not here to
difference
defend
between-
yourself.
I think the difference between you, Lissy, and Malkesh is I don't think you think about the consequences of your actions at all. I think Malkesh can justify them by saying that, you know, and while I don't agree with him, I think he can justify them by saying that he believes the ends justify the means. But you, it sounds like you don't think a step ahead. You're
You did
constantly
it
just
because he
wondering-
was sad.
yeah. I mean,
Nothing
it's just-
more.
Or you just don't care.
Melkesh, at the very least, he tries to weigh what he's doing, even if it's in the moment. And none of us, we don't always all make the right decisions, of course, but it's just, you just do things, and this is the result.
I mean, you said it. You said it yourself earlier. When you built Archer, you almost. It's not even been a week, and you're already saying that you could have done it better.
Oh, yeah, well, you can always do things better.
Yeah, if you take time and plan them out.
I couldn't even possibly build
you
the
think
house.
about what it is that you're doing.
Well, no. No. Yeah, maybe.
Malkesh walks in with a bouquet of flowers. What'd I miss?
Through the locked door that I'm sitting in front of, apparently.
He got in through the doggy door.
Yeah, there's a goblin-sized door that goes. He's walking between.
Yeah, yep.
I mean, to be fair, he could have just, like, crawled in through a window because Malkesh is dumb like that.
Imagine Malkesh just separates his ribs and like crawls underneath the door like a rat.
Malkesh kicks down the door. Heard you were talking shit.
Funhouse just got his heads. His heads? Oh god.
Oh,
He sprouted a new head just so he can facepalm harder.
This
He
is
has his
also
heads
Lizzie's
in his
doing somehow.
hand.
What do you all
Hey,
look so
Ferris.
upset?
Lissy gave the plans for the house into Orlando.
Who is now
Oh.
working for Florentine.
Yes, that.
Please don't tell us you knew about this ahead of time.
Malkesh kind of looks at Lissy. Looks at the group.
Lissy waves back.
That probably wasn't the best choice.
No.
Oh!
That's what we've been saying
Thank you.
in slightly stronger terms.
I've been trying to tell them that it's not as good as the old one, but they're not listening to me.
It doesn't matter if it's not as good as the old one, it's still going to be bad.
It's still kind of a continent-destroying superweapon, potentially, Lissy.
Yeah, but it's not a perfect continent destroying.
It doesn't have to be perfect if it can still destroy a continent.
No, she has somewhat of a point.
Yeah,
Well.
at best it can only, like, take out small towns.
Oh, that's so much more comforting. So much
Hey.
more comforting.
It would certainly do a number on this building if it wanted to. But I think continent destroying is over-exaggerating.
Okay, continent dominating. Would you prefer that term?
Oh, that works. Yeah, that could
That's
work. It
still
does need
bad.
A little bit of work, though.
Still bad.
Why are we arguing over the semantics of this? The bottom line is it's very bad.
Well, there's lots of levels of bad, right? Like,
Oh,
death
here
is
we go.
bad, right?
I mean, we can
Like,
always
it's
stop
not
it.
arguably the worst. Well, yeah, but we wouldn't have had to stop it if you hadn't given it to him, dear.
You maybe have a point.
I mean,
There is no maybe in that sentence.
just the problem is you gave it back to him, and I mean, what were you trying to accomplish by giving that to him?
He
Well,
was sad.
sad.
That was it. That was literally it.
I thought it'd make him feel better.
And then she left him again.
But
It makes
he-
me feel better.
Does he know why that all happened? Does he yet understand why you had to leave and how the Halcyon ties into all that?
No.
Lissy, now he has the plans and he really don't like us very much, do he?
Well, that doesn't make any difference.
It does.
It changes
Because-
the situation
Does.
incredibly.
Because I'm with you. And if he's still the
You
same
just walked
person
out on
that-
him again.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he needs me to make it better.
Well, that's not
And he
boding
needs-
well for the rest of us.
And he needs Rixus to make it better. And as long as I'm with you guys, then he
Then we're
can't make
targets.
it better.
Lissy, the problem here is that he only needs you in this case. If he only needs you, there's no reason that he wouldn't want to take out the rest of us. And if there's any possibility that he finds a way to replace you, then we're all targets. You understand why this is a problem,
Replace
right?
me. That's a good one, Gunhill.
I'm thinking of replacing you right
Replace me.
now.
Lissy,
We're in one of the
What have you heard?
largest places of knowledge, perhaps on this continent.
You don't think Florentine seduced him, do you?
That's not my
No.
point.
Because I might be a little bit jealous if she has.
You're
How would that-
changing the topic, Lissy.
I might need to go build a robot.
Oh god,
Oh.
no.
Malkesh
You know
just
what? That
frowns.
Stop
laser was
changing
pretty
the
effective.
topic. What do you think will happen
She does not
if
have
he
taken my
finds a way
man.
to perfect the ship?
Let's see. Shh. It's okay. I got these flowers for you.
She's gonna all fluffed up.
They're psychotropic. Please enjoy.
Oh, those are very
Supposed to
nice.
be
Thank you very
discussing
much.
something else, anyways.
Thank you very much.
Like
But-
the whole laser cannon, shard of prophecy.
Didn't we already do that?
We
Wasn't that
found out
also
about
bad?
Ships.
Well, wait, did we figure out? Do you think
We
it
did
could
not.
destroy the shard?
Oh yes, I made it better.
What?
Did I
Listen here,
not
you don't
know
have to make
that either?
everything better.
Well, it was falling apart at the seams. You don't understand?
But then we just established that we weren't necessarily going to destroy the shard of prophecy right away.
Wait, this is good info. You mean it was not stable when you found it?
No, it was it probably could have worked once, but then it would have just fallen to bits. There's too many cooks in that pot. That's the expression, right?
Kitchen.
Close
Too many
enough.
cooks in the kitchen.
But
Oh,
what do you mean too many cooks?
well, she'd had so many different bits and pieces made from so many different, so it just needed tying together under one person.
Malkesh just kind of looks directly at Ferris. Why would she have multiple people building that?
Maybe didn't want somebody to know too much.
About what? Her attempt at saving the world?
Oh, this is starting to sound shadier and shadier.
Maybe she thought it. I don't know.
I mean, we know what she had was unstable. We know that she effectively attempted to obviously hide who had been working on it or what was the final goal, so she probably has no idea that it worked. Where did she get the plans for it in the first place?
She consulted, like I did, with the shard and looked back to when they broke the orb in the first place and
Why would
worked
the
off of that.
Why
Wait,
would
the shard told her how to destroy itself?
Well, she looked.
why-
It can show you the past as well as the future, and if you go far enough back, you can see things that happened. And she went back in time to the point where the orb was broken in the first place.
How accurate is that?
For me, it's hard to interpret. There's so many different things, but for her, she is, for all intents and purposes, a shard.
Everybody was mad at me for giving Orlando the plans, but yours is pretty bad too.
Listen,
You're not out of this, Lizzie.
Sit back down. Back to the corner with you.
I like how both Lassie and Ferris were found at the same time, and they're both in as much shit.
To me,
I really think that this cements that we can't trust this device, Ferris.
oh God, what happened?
hello.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
What happened?
And everything just caught up all at once, and like everybody spoke, and it was terrifying.
Oh, jeez.
sorry, Tyler. I
So
sorry if I
kind
cut
of
out.
did.
The Shard of Prophecy kicking in again.
Yeah. But Hunhow would look to Ferris and just say, I think this is further evidence we really can't trust this device to destroy these shards.
But at the same time, it's the shard that gave us the warning about trusting a device that the shard gave plans for.
I think Malkesh has a point when he said yesterday that this thing is going to try to preserve itself. It's not going to want to be destroyed. So why would it create a device that can destroy itself? Or give the knowledge to someone who would use it? It doesn't make sense to me.
And why would Casey then try to obfuscate her intentions? What happened to the other engineers?
That's an even darker point.
I could ask around, but That's gonna take some time.
We have
don't
to
have
do
time.
this tomorrow.
That's complicated.
I think the best thing we can do is take the shard into our hands and not use this weapon on it.
Remember what happened last time we went after a shard? At least there. I don't know what you guys all did while I was gone, but
Nope, it was the last time that we got a shard was with Casey.
and she absorbed it.
Well, she's going to be in the negotiation room. It's going to be up to us to get the shard in the first place.
Exactly, and we can keep it away from her that way. And this weapon.
A thought occurs.
We get it. I'm holding on to it.
Ferris, would you consider Casey stable? Mentally?
So far, I mean, I was kind of surprised that she wanted to destroy the shard. I thought for sure she would want to take that power for herself. And she listened to reason when I spoke with her.
Lissy, this device you worked on could have killed someone? Or am I asking questions we'd need Dan to answer?
I don't think he gave that much information about it. The
I
roll
mean,
was
it's-
good, but not
It's a laser.
door.
I think
I mean, I
If
think
it
the
had
description that Dan
exploded-
gave.
it would have certainly killed someone.
I mean, I think the information that Dan gave was like it constantly changes elemental frequency to the point that it can overload a shard of prophecy with magical energy. I'm sure that could also overload, like, say, a person's body.
What about a body that's absorbed shards? I think I may have been overthinking about this destruction of shard as a crystal. It's probably much easier to destroy if it's absorbed into a single point, isn't it?
What are you implying? That she's looking to kill herself?
I'm implying she may be looking at the sacrifice play.
I mean, is
There's
there any
also the
concern that this is
possibility that
just a
she wants to
ruse?
kill Ferris.
Why would she?
You're
She's had plenty of opportunities to kill me before.
just killing you isn't enough.
Yeah,
if
but
she
you've got the
truly wants you dead.
shards.
Also, you don't know how she still feels about your family. She plays things pretty close to the vest, if you haven't guessed. So maybe it's not enough that you die, but that you have to sacrifice yourself.
But I don't. She's the one
It
that
wouldn't just
absorbs them
be-
into her body. I don't. I just hold on to the thing.
Yet,
What if she doesn't? I mean, it's not a nice thing to say, but what if she doesn't want you dead? She wants you and, well, everything related to your family destroyed, removed.
now I can't speak directly to being created in a lab, but I can speak to wanting to destroy every evidence of those who persecuted you. And it's really easy to give into that.
Oh, she won't be too happy with the ships then. Actually, we probably have a way to find out whether or not she's telling the truth about destroying the shards or not.
What is that?
Well, we kind of have a direct line to your brother.
I don't want to get Fizz involved in this.
No, not that brother.
He
He has another brother?
had.
You could always ask him.
How would he know? I mean, I know he's.
Well, he's had probably the most connection to the other place than any of the rest of us have.
I mean, the last time I tried to talk to him, couldn't really. There weren't any words. It was just.
How many
I
shards
could
did you
see-
last have when you tried to talk to him? Did you have all the shards?
I mean, I didn't have all of them.
Well, I mean, as many as you have now.
I don't know if Ferris kind of looks up and tries to do the mental math. Maybe one fewer. I don't.
It's an option anyway. I think I'm just out of character spitballing. I'm not entirely sure how or if that would be effective at all, to be completely honest. That's entirely up to you, Tyler.
Well, I mean, it'd be up to Dan entirely.
Nah, Dan will be fine with it.
I
He's
can't just
not
be like,
here.
oh yeah, this is how you destroy the shard, and it'll be perfectly safe,
Ring,
and
ring.
I think Dan is in
everybody will be
chat right
happy
now.
forever.
Ship to ship phone. No, Dan will be
I mean-
fine. He'll be fine.
There are spells to talk to the dead that Malkesh has access to out of character.
Yeah, I mean, and speak with magic item is 100% what could, I guess, Fenrir
To
is a
be
magic
hon-
item now.
That was what actually made me think of it, was when Malkesh called the Lich. I thought, well, how is this any different to something like that? I mean, it wouldn't be very good for your mind. I'll be honest with you.
'Cause I think the last time Ferris tried to talk to Fenrir, he was just shown like a soul that was constantly being like torn between the red world and the ship that was tethering him back.
We have seriously got to figure out how to stabilize that, because that won't weigh very well on Lissy's conscience.
There is a potential solution to that out of character.
Oh,
You mean Lissy has a
tell.
conscience?
Lizzie does have a conscience. Thank you very much. Otherwise,
Bullshit.
Armando wouldn't have that fucking ship right now. So, don't give me that. What's your plan, Jay?
I mean, I'm totally going out of character, but souls are kind of Malkesh's thing. There might be a way to. You couldn't bring him back. I don't think that would be wow.
No,
that'd be a
That
hell of
would
a
be
spell.
wrong.
But to relocate or extract, ritual magic and necromancy, it's a thing.
I mean, the goal originally was just so that he was rescued enough so that he could die in peace at some point. Lissy doesn't have the power to keep him from being torn between the two, but she has the power to keep him anchored to this plane.
Wait, there's a very specific difference. Is he dead? Or is
He's
he
not
in
got a
limbo?
body. His physical form was totally torn apart. It was not nice.
But his spirit still exists in this plane.
Yes, just kind of stretched a little bit.
I mean, out of character, this would definitely require a lot of discussion with Dan, but I think
Yeah.
that's something that Malkesh could probably put together.
I mean, the way resurrection had worked, like as a mechanic, is a cleric spell, but you only get so many times to cast it before you just straight up die. Like
This
you-
wouldn't be a
you and
resurrection.
the
It
cleric-
takes a pretty significant toll, as
Yeah.
I remember.
We'd not be bringing him back to life. This is totally to sever him from the side that's trying to take his soul for the purpose of
Well, I mean,
basically tearing it apart.
in theory, I guess, if we completed, and obviously, we don't know this, if we completed Hunhouse Ritual, that would probably do it as well.
True, but
And
I
I did-
imagine pulling his soul's easier than completing the ritual.
Right.
I really
Yeah.
doubt that Ferris wants a frog as a brother, so
No.
we're not going to be able to do. Although, I do think that I could probably do it better if I had another go at it.
Honestly, like
this
a
is probably
gentle
not the time to do
repose
it.
would probably be Ferris's ideal thing.
Yeah, I mean, for his brother to be able to die in peace would be optimal.
I mean, I do have another 6 with the Lich King.
See, See, but would that let him die in peace, or would that just give him to the Lich King?
I mean, technically, everybody goes to the Lich King.
Yeah,
The more interesting way to go about doing this is my 5 with the Oracle.
Well,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
could
shit.
combine them.
Oh shit!
This isn't necessarily. I don't know if this is necessarily the time to do it.
Talk about stupid plans that sound awesome.
We're kind of way off topic, out of character, but
Right.
Yeah.
But what was the task at hand? We had talked about the laser.
Yes,
We were coming up
where
with a
I got
plan.
into trouble.
We're coming up with a plan on how to steal the Shard of Prophecy originally,
Right.
and then we got sidetracked yelling at Lissy.
Yep.
Then we yelled at
And-
Ulysses some more for a completely different thing.
Yep.
Then
And now we're
Malcolm
talking about-
yelled at Ferris.
Now
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
talking about Casey. Yep. Oh, yep.
God, you guys have got to do something spectacularly stupid now so that we can shout at you.
No. How about none of us just do anything stupid? Let's try to be smart from here on out.
Oh, look, we'll Gunhill and I will be at the negotiations. If Casey starts, I'll keep really close watch on Casey. If she seems off or unstable in any way, I'll make a note of it.
Make a note of it.
Well, we're not exactly going to go in weapons swinging. It's a negotiation.
Well, no, that's what I mean. I'm not gonna.
But if
Does
she tries
Dwayne-
to unleash some kind of now Lissy enhanced super weapon, and she doesn't take what we assume might be a more
We'll have-
noble or strange choice.
We'll have the super weapon.
Then can
She's
we go in
isn't she
weapons
giving
swinging?
it to us to destroy the
I'm-
shard?
I'm the one who's sneaking it in for her, and it's not going to be at the negotiation table.
Well, that's good. That's positive news.
We're going to use the same ritual that Wingspring used. I'm just going to need to get in touch with. Well, Rixus is going to be one option. Carnifex, you might be able to help me with another. I need to tap into the wards that surround that region, and the Crusader built a third of those wards. I need to weaken them just enough to get this in.
I have a really, maybe it's an off the cuff question. Why do we have to destroy the crystal here?
I don't think we do. So actually, I
Then
don't know
why
if
do we
can
need to
just
get the
that in now.
device in?
It's a good point. I didn't think about that until just now.
I'm just concerned that, using the device doesn't worry me, but using the device in close proximity to such a delicate negotiation, that's got me a little concerned. And weakening wards around an area where this negotiation is going on?
This one is my plan. This isn't Casey's plan.
Oh. Okay. But
Which
why
I don't know
did
if it makes
she
it
want
better.
you to take it in there?
Well, we originally thought destroying the shard was a great plan.
I think
No,
we
but
can
I
all
mean,
agree.
why does it need to be done in the library? Did she tell you it needed to be snuck into the library?
Yeah, actually, yeah, she did.
Did she give any reason for that?
Ferris just kind of reaches up and runs a hand through his hair. Didn't think to ask.
Well, I guess I'm glad
Punker's
we're
just
talking about this
literally-
now.
Rubs his eyes.
And I thought I
Look,
was
I didn't think
bad
there
for
was.
feeling
I didn't
bad
think there
about
was a
my
way to destroy
fiancé.
these things in the first place. I was a little bit
Okay,
blindsided.
alright. Alright, hold on.
He's soft-hearted fool.
I understand. We want a solution to this problem. I think we all want the quick solution, at least as quick as possible, that leads to as little loss of life as possible, right? We're all on the same page
Yes.
here?
Right.
Agreed.
Okay. But we need to not go rushing off and giving memories back to people that don't like us so they can build huge ships to attack us. We need to not just be taking orders from someone we don't know their actual motivations of, that happen to have been tortured and created by their father. We need to not suck entire forests' essence out.
Thank you.
Agreed.
Guys, I understand we're all kind of on edge here. But we do have a long-term plan that we have to look at, and we are stumbling right now. Right? Am I just
Nope.
No,
talking out my ass here?
no, sounds correct.
We are gonna make mistakes, but we have to start asking the right questions, right?
Agreed.
I support destroying these crystals. Now, that's not what my boss would prefer. I'm saying that plainly. But at the same time, if it destroys a threat in the long run, and he's got time, he'll be fine with it. The point that remains is, if we try to do it in the wrong place and it goes bad, we're just as responsible for the blood on our hands at that point as Casey is. Even if she
Agreed.
didn't know what it could do. Or says she doesn't know what it could do.
I think you're right. At the same time, who knows what this other person is doing with this shard? It might not be a bad thing to at least prepare the ritual to have it on hand if should we need it.
Well, we need to be careful about the ritual, too. Opening doors is dangerous. Take it from me. Okay? And I only deal with souls. I'm not even dealing with demons. Opening doors is something where we don't know that we can close the door, necessarily. At least not yet.
This is magic. This is spell thievery. This is what I know and do best.
Yes,
And
but there's been a lot of people before you that have tried this, haven't they?
I don't know about this specifically, but
Okay. There's been a lot of icons who've been trying to get rid of the demons, right?
I mean nobody's tried to sneak something into the Imperial Library. It's usually trying to sneak stuff out.
Well, I was talking about the main ritual, not the ritual.
Oh yeah, no, I'm talking about a different ritual. I'm talking about
the ritual for destroying the things. It means we have to open the portal and
right.
then-
Yeah. My ritual would be the ritual to sneak the shard destroying laser beam into where we need it to be.
But why does it need to be there?
Just in case. I don't know what this person is doing with this shard. Maybe the shard's gone too far and it needs to be destroyed before it destroys the Empire. It doesn't hurt to have it on hand.
But I mean, what's the precedent for
Until
this?
it does.
Who do you guys
Well, no,
think has the shard?
Nobody good.
What
I think
happens if it's like
Ilya.
Calderak?
Well, it's.
Why
I'm
would
pretty
it
sure
be
it's-
Calderock?
Oh. He's
It's-
a dragon.
It's supposed to be in the
What's
hands.
that supposed to mean?
Oh,
You know what?
God.
That's not the point of discussion.
It's in the hands of somebody with what's his name's bloodline.
Marthazel. I can never pronounce that name right.
Cyril.
but-
Cyril Hermonthesel.
Yeah, and it's his ancestor Ilya. She hung out with Archer. It was her plan to bring Gunhild and Carnifex into the past.
And the lasers to kill them?
No,
Well,
the lasers to
wait,
blow up the shard.
What? Never mind.
In case the shard has gone too far and needs to be destroyed. I'm not gonna. So here's
So
you
who
know,
do you guys
you know
think?
how
actually
Wingspring's ritual worked, right? Like he drew a circle on the ground. You placed the thing on the circle, and there was another circle that would transport the parts to where he needed to be.
Better
Until
idea.
I draw that circle, that crate is not moving anywhere.
I have a better idea though. Why not, if the shard is too far gone, instead of taking the weapon to it, we get the shard out and take it to the weapon? That ritual works the same way, where you draw the circle. Why not put the shard in the circle and remove it from the area completely?
What if we can't move it? Is my concern.
Then draw the circle around it.
I think he means, what if we can't teleport it? That's what he
Yeah.
implied.
Well, can you teleport a person with
No.
it?
I mean, I guess if I tried really hard, it would. That's kind of against what the spell is for. And
Well, I know
I
how
don't
to
know
turn the
what would-
weapon on.
I don't know what would happen to the person that's coming through the other side.
Now, this may just be a crazy thought.
Probably.
Do we know the name of the new emperor yet?
No. No. Guess no.
Hypothetical. What if it's the new emperor?
The new emperor is a child.
then we still need to
Yeah.
kidnap the Emperor, which goes straight back to the way that we were at the
Lizzie, no.
beginning.
Are we
Liz-
prepared?
Carnifex,
We're
can you
not
throw Lissy out the
kidnapping
window?
The Emperor.
Okay.
We need to kidnap the baby.
Okay, calm down. My real question is really, are we prepared to become an enemy of all the assembled parties to follow Casey's plan?
No.
Look,
I-
yeah, I mean, if, and
For
this is a
one of the assembled parties.
huge if the baby is somehow in possession of this shard, that changes things. I'm not. Yeah, I'm open to renegotiating the plan.
I'm just saying, I don't know where this is going. Casey's plan worries me. The shards are a concern all of them by themselves, but the fact that they're also sentient and are giving plans on how to destroy themselves, or at the very least are showing a potential past. Because you said something a while ago about multiple realities, didn't you? After the campfire?
Yeah, I mean, you were there, Lissy and Hunhow, and
How do we know that that past point doesn't connect with a past possibility?
Or with the reality where they followed this path and destroyed themselves. I mean, you say she saw this in the past, but did she see the consequences of it being used in the past?
I don't. There's a lot about these shards we don't know. Maybe it's.
I think truly our best option now is simply to separate the shard from whoever's using it. And then we can worry about destroying it in safe circumstances.
And I agree, but I think it's good to have something on hand just in case. And like you said, that circle typically will work.
I mean, if it works both ways, then yes, we could have it set up, ready to transport the staff in case there's a situation in which it cannot be moved. It must be destroyed in place. But I
Yes,
think
that's all I'm asking for is that contingency.
I think that's a fair contingency, but I think our first plan should be using that ritual to get the shard out instead of to get the weapon in. Can we agree on that?
That sounds fair.
There's all the wards do is prevent teleportation into and out of the room, right?
Yes. Well, I think there's also probably some magic dampen.
Right, of course. The wards encompass the entire library, right?
To my knowledge.
What if one of us was down in the restricted stacks and you just sent it to us, and then we could walk out with it? Because the wards don't stop the crystal, do they? All you have to do
Probably
is
not.
teleport it out of the room, right?
That's a good point.
Guess it depends on who's holding it, but yeah, I suppose.
Listen, the only people that I would trust with that crystal right now would be effectively Gunhild. No offense, Carnifex, but it's kind of a demon-based thing, and though you've shown yourself to be well above the level, I'm concerned it might affect you.
Well, after... forgive me for bringing up any bad memories, Gunhild, but what we found in the forest, I agree with Mountkesh. She can be trusted with the crystal.
She will need protection, though.
I'm not sure she does.
No.
What was the term that they used? Incorruptible? It seems pretty definite for me.
I
Something
don't
like
think it's
that, yeah.
corruption we're worried about. I have a feeling there might be people pulling more strings than we've seen yet.
That kind of protection, yes.
Also, here's our
Listen.
problem. Gunhild will be at the negotiation with Rixus and also me.
Yeah.
What if we didn't use teleportation and you just ran like hell with it?
That seems suspicious.
Teleporting a crystal isn't gonna seem suspicious?
Well, I think, us leaving...
Also, won't they check the strength of the wards before they begin the conference?
Well, I mean, we won't be in the conference room when it happens. It's going to be 2 separate locations. That's why I'm concerned.
Okay, maybe we need to run through the plan again, because I think I'm missing the thing. How else are you gonna figure out who has the crystal without being in the conference room?
The negotiations are separate. They're
Oh, okay. Okay, well then, from wherever are the negotiations individual, or
it's a big table.
maybe I'm confused. Are the
think-
negotiations taking place in a conference room, but
It's
not
happening.
the conference room?
I think I think so. The conference room that the negotiations taking place, completely separate from where we're sneaking everybody into, because Ilya is not going to be at the negotiations. She's the one who's using the shard, and we don't know specifically where she is, but we can track her using Cyril. But the purpose of being present in the negotiation room is to figure out which of these people is basically probably working with Ilya and, in cahoots with demon grafting.
Well, I won't disagree. That's good info to know. How do we figure that out?
I know Arthur told us a little bit about her, and
About her, yeah, but how do we know who's working with her?
we don't know. Just
Would
Florentine told us that there was somebody within the Empire.
would the crystals
conspiring
that
with
Ferris have react at all with someone that's been in the same vicinity as?
that. I don't think so.
I don't think it's ever done that in the past.
No. Basically, the only time Ferris gets a signal from the shards is if there's demonic activity nearby.
They must be going off all the time because of current effects.
It's just a dull thing. He's going to tune it out. It's like his phone's on vibrate, just a really, really low vibrate at all times.
It's like the phantom phone syndrome. He just feels even though nothing's
Yeah.
happening.
Well,
But I mean, does that make sense? Is everybody kind of on the same page now?
Yeah.
Yeah, more or less.
I suppose we'll need to do something about the new Halcyon.
yeah, Lissa, you really need to talk to your you really need to talk to Arlando and either have him not hate us as much or tell him the truth.
About everything?
It's a start.
You
I mean,
mean
at this point,
talk about feelings and stuff?
Yeah. I think
But-
that'd be a good step.
he does want to kill all of us, possibly up to and including you, and that, well, if we want him not to try to kill all of us, that's probably the best step to get there.
And if you gave him the Halcyon plans because you thought he was sad, you could have just, let him know what was going on and what you did to try to help him. Because he still doesn't know about that either.
Well, the problem with that is that if I tell him, then the whole plan kind of goes out the window. I'm
You don't
not
need to tell him that he betrayed the Archmage.
No.
Not right off the
yeah,
bat. Anyway.
I can tell him. No, see, that's the problem. I can tell him he's done that, but I can't tell him why I basically ditched him.
Why's that?
It was part of the negotiation.
I happen to have an in with the person you've talked to, and we've had a talk about that. And I think it's time you clear the air on that. He says very evasively.
Oh, this is gonna go so terribly wrong. I will, well, if we get the opportunity, I will try and rectify the doom I may have started by trying to make my ex-fiancé happy.
Well, one less major superpower that might try to hunt us down and kill us would be a plus. Yeah.
Agreed.
Besides, he's kind of tortured himself about what happened.
Probably for long enough, to be honest.
And I'm not saying you need to tell him every fault he's done. In fact, I sure as hell wouldn't lead with that. But you might
You
let him know
killed
that
the Archmage! Hey!
you might as well let him know that, you know, maybe you don't hate him and want nothing to do with him, since you obviously still have feelings for him. I mean, the Halcyon plans is kind of probably the best gift you could have given him.
Well, I didn't think he was going to use it to try and take over the Empire. On retrospect, I probably should have seen that coming.
Well, it's one hell of a shiny rock, let me say that much.
I got that joke.
I mean, it sounds like two birds with what, like, bad example. It sounds like this would solve at least a few problems. If we can get Orlando to, again, not try to kill all of us, and hopefully he can clear the air and maybe salvage something of your relationship. Like any benefit.
Her eyes brighten a little bit. Do you think he'd let me look at the ship? I could make it better.
Listen,
No.
Maybe yes, but let's take this step by step here. Let's just try to repair what we can, and then we'll talk about the ship.
Lizzie, can I talk to you for just a second?
Okay.
Malkesh kind of pulls her aside. You need to fix this not so much that he wants to kill us, because if he becomes a threat to our actual mission, he really is going to end up part of the gallery.
The thought had crossed my mind, to be completely honest, but I thought if I mentioned that to everybody else that they'd shout at me some more.
In a sense, there is a safe place for things, and if he's actively trying to go against us, my hands are tied, Lizzie. I know you have feelings for him, but I can't let this little outing fail. I'm not going to let the Lich King reset the experiment. You know as well as I do what that means.
I suppose if he's too far gone.
I really hope he isn't. But if he is, I'm not going to take any pleasure in it, but we need to prevent it from complicating things. This is not the kind of, oh, we could avoid this, oh, we can do this. If his anger and hatred and willingness to, well, do whatever he can in spite of you is going to compromise this, we You and I, well, mostly me, we're boned. I don't mean that in a constructive way.
Well, no. And she side-eyes him. Have you thought about the fact that Orlando may or may not have already taken out one icon?
I've considered it.
I've considered
I
it
don't know
too.
if I bet on it a second time.
It's kept me up at nights. I'm not gonna lie. I think Orlando as the Lich would be a lot worse than... But yeah, okay.
I'm just saying, whatever we can do to fix that, it's the best option. I don't want to live with you thinking I had to take out Orlando because I wanted to.
She pats him on the arm. It's okay, I understand. After everything, I understand.
Good. Alright, well that's all I had to say. And he kind of turns away.
You don't think he's, like, developed feelings for Florentine or anything, do you? Because I'm a little bit jealous, and I suppose she's taller than I am.
I don't think height is really what he's into.
Are you sure? Because he does build giant robots.
Yeah, but he seems to like people that can also build giant robots, and I'm not sure Florentine can.
She brightens again. You have a point!
He kind of ruffles her cheek. Alright, well, don't worry about it right now. We gotta end this, prevent this, giant catastrophe of laser cannons destroying the world, too.
I'm actually out of character wondering how much Lissy knows about that laser cannon. It probably would have been too obvious to put a shutdown button on it.
Self-destruct.
But I
Press here to prevent destruction of world.
I do kind of think whether or not the improvements may have added something to it that might mean that it falls apart anyway.
I really shouldn't have recorded those survivors must reach minimum safe distance lines to the audio logs. That was a bad choice.
I'll have to ask Dan how much control she actually has over this thing that she repaired.
Melkesh returns to the group.
Lissy does smelling the flowers.
Welcome back. Then Ferris kind of wags a finger between the two of them. Congrats.
No, do you want to have some? Because I can make some tea.
No.
It's really quite nice.
It's pretty potent. Psychotropa aurelis. Pretty strong stuff.
It'll put hair on your chest.
I
And
think he already has hair on his chest.
Gunhill just leans over to Ferris. Is this like an Akbi goblin mating ritual?
have you seen Ferris without his shirt
It
on?
might be.
I think so.
Hanao just kind of looks down at his own
It's rude to
chest and
stare.
thinks about the whole hair on the chest thing.
I know
I don't grow
Hudhow's
hair.
up for it.
Makesh looks down his shirt. I don't grow hair. Also, I'm kind of dead. I don't think I grow anymore.
Isn't there an old wives' tale about hair and fingernails growing after you're dead?
Yeah, I still got fingernails. And he kind of brings up his talons.
Do they grow?
Technically, they don't grow the rest of your
I mean, I keep
body. Like the
sharpening
skin and flesh just shrinks, making him look elongated.
Huh.
Ah, that makes sense. Kind
Why
of
are
looks
we
at his
talking
nails.
about dead people? Oh yeah.
Because we've got, 2 dead people here. It's normal.
Can we change the subject, please?
Two?
Two dead people?
Makesh looks around.
Hanao thinks about it for a second. I may have miscounted.
Now I'm worried about the future. What have your elven eyes seen?
No, it's Ferris that sees the future. Potentially.
Actually, I've been
I've seen
thinking
a lot of
about
futures
that whole
where a lot of
time
us have died.
travel thing. I reckon I could make a machine for that.
Oh no.
No.
Let's back to the plan. Ferris, as you were saying,
Things
please.
don't work out. Maybe
Oh,
what I'll do is I'll draw up some plans and give them to Malkesh, and then Malkesh can
No.
go back and save everybody. And
Would you need the visual cortex of the brain or just the frontal lobe?
we'd best get the whole thing just to be sure.
Yeah. But preserving it's hard.
You're telling me?
He kind of grabs a petal off the flower and munches on it. Yeah, it might be fun.
Does that even have an effect on you?
Nope.
I didn't
It
think
just
so.
tastes good.
Can he
Tastes like
taste?
licorice.
Oh, okay, I guess.
I think we've got.
Or fun
most of
fact:
the-
when you're dead, everything tastes like licorice.
Yeah.
That's why the coffee tasted bad.
Now you know.
It was a grave mistake.
It was.
Oh,
Hunhow throws himself out the window.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Ferris will just kind of look around. Well, I think we have most of the major plans. You know, Carnifex, I'm gonna need to take a look at your armor with
No.
Lissy here.
You're not touching it.
I just temporarily to make you quiet.
No.
Fine, I'll work on it, and you'll touch it. You'll put it on.
You'll touch it.
Yeah, shut up. Words. Words are hard. We're
Are we
done
going
here.
back to the sword swallowing thing again?
I'm gonna choke on my mint.
Malkash, can you promise not to explode or anything while we're sneaking around?
I mean, I haven't exploded in a while.
Well, I mean, the last time we snuck into a place, we kind of blew up that
Okay,
restaurant.
you asked me to do that.
I know, but I'm just saying this time, maybe let's not do that.
Listen, I'm down to one unintentional explosion a week. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, let's just. Hopefully, we don't need any.
How many have you made this week so far?
Hi,
Yeah,
I'm
but I'm due for one.
Malkesh.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
it's been a week since the last time that I exploded something. Hi,
Lissy.
Malkesh. Sorry.
You're also on notice.
Wait, how am I on notice?
No, Lissy is also on
We're
on
both
notice.
on notice.
You're both
We're both
a little
noticeable.
a little explodey.
I fix things. Thank you very much.
And
To
then
make
they
them explode better.
He has a point. You do make things explode really good.
How are we gonna get on the Halcyon?
That's not
That
our
no,
concern right now.
No, please don't go sneak on
Okay.
the Halcyon while we're
No,
gone.
that's
If
it.
you-
The Halcyon is
if you
our
say
on our
so.
side.
Oh, sorry, the other Halcyon.
We
The
have to find
new
it first.
Halcyon.
We don't know if it exists.
Oh, I thought it just rocked up to the show.
No.
Oh,
No, you remember
Okay.
we said we thought we had 5 years before they were capable of building one, and you said no, they could have built it yesterday.
yeah, pretty much. If
But
they had all the parts.
yeah,
Oh god.
Is anybody looking
We're
after
not
our
going back to
Halcyon?
this.
I would assume Grand Nadostrum brought its own guards.
Is anybody capable looking after the Halcyon?
There are plenty of capable wizards in Grand Nadostrum, yes.
Ones that can beat Orlando?
I don't think Orlando's going to steal the Halcyon.
I think we might need to check it.
No, we don't need to check the Halcyon.
Lissy, stay on target, okay?
Okay.
Stay on target.
Lissy,
I'm a little
focus.
worried.
Nikki,
now.
stop giving Dan ideas.
Damn it!
There's no point trying to sabotage us on purpose when we do so well of it on our own by accident.
All right, so. God. This whole sidetrack has completely killed my brain.
These things happen.
Sorry.
Carnifex gets quiet armor. Then what? Ferris.
We break into the library. We use what we know from Cyril's blood to track wherever the shard is being held, and hopefully get in and get out. Meanwhile, Gunhild and I will also be in the negotiation room, keeping tabs on everything going on there, and hopefully weeding out the traitor to the Empire.
Are you going to try and seduce it out of Florentine?
No, why would you
Aw.
think that?
Because she wants
Well,
someone else
you
to
guys seem
seduce
to get
Florentine,
along
so
okay.
she doesn't go after.
We don't get
Arlongo.
along that great. She stole all my research notes.
Yeah. But yeah. Maybe that was just flirting. Have you thought that might be just flirting?
No?
Do you think if she steals something, she's flirting?
You could try something like you did with Gunhild.
Ooh! I believe
What?
it's called making a
I
pass
mean,
at
when
someone.
when I found out that Gunhild was being tracked by Florentine,
Oh, that's right.
the person that we don't trust very well, why would I want to put myself in a situation where it's just me and Florentine? That seems like it would be very bad for me.
It would be
I
very
mean-
distracting for her.
She is very pretty.
Nice tail.
The tail is an interesting effect, yes.
Tail? Keep your hands off my tail.
I'm not.
We were talking about Florentine's tail.
Ferris's hands are up. I'm not touching anything.
I'm just saying, keep your hands off my tail.
Listen, Ferris, you may be the only one who could do it. I'm lousy at seducing anything, obviously.
Oh no.
But Florentine doesn't know who the traitor is either. She's the one that told us to find the
Now
one.
I feel bad.
There might be one in the first place.
Maybe it's on her.
Hell, for all I know, Florentine is the traitor, and she's throwing us off.
That's actually really believable.
She
honestly.
has a lot of curves. You know, she could be hiding anything in there.
Oh, Lord.
The way I see it, Florentine could be behind it. Andreas Zexel could be behind it. Maybe the Dragon Mistress is making a play to get independence from the Empire. Maybe Commander Lockhart is doing it. You know, and any means necessary to defeat the demons, sort of thing. I don't know. It's not great. None of this is great.
Well, one step at a time.
Lissy turns to Malkesh. Do you think Arthur would want a lady companion?
I think Arthur's still struggling with the fact that he's a frog now.
Oh. He's a very well-built frog.
Malkesh just nods. But we owe him a sword first, don't we?
No,
Ooh!
a different one. This one's mine.
Right. Well, one frog-sized.
Do you know? We have some people that can deal with that.
Yeah, we should probably deal with the shard thing first.
Yeah, very probably. Yeah.
All right. Well, if we don't need anything else, I've got a couple of ritual circles to draw and a Dwayne to meet.
I need to
You know what?
find
Oh, wait,
something
no,
to cure
we
this
rest.
headache.
We don't have the time for it, probably.
No, what time for what?
I have a requisition to get, well, basically whatever I want. One of the Crusader generals.
Oh.
So I was thinking I could use it for my armor, but we're doing this tomorrow. I don't know if there's enough time.
Unless
That
there's
would be an asking.
yeah. If they were like remaking your armor, no. Unless they're like you were just grabbing some armor.
Just
But
grabs
I'd be-
another breastplate and slaps it on over the other one.
Double armor.
Or
Just
just
got some magic on it or something. Who
I meant
knows?
a new magic item that would help me move quieter, more than
I mean,
anything.
no, don't worry. I'll take care of it.
You're not touching my armor.
I mean, it's just gonna.
No,
No.
but
It's just a little magic.
we could always oil him up.
Not permanent.
What would
Look,
oiling
Just
him?
mage
that-
hand his armor.
Look, it's
What?
either this or I shove a bunch of pillows in there.
How do we know there
Hey.
weren't enough? How do we know that there aren't all pillows now?
We'll kill you all in your sleep.
Maybe that's why he doesn't want anybody touching it.
Just make it
Nick is
quick.
just- Nick is just trying to set up the Voices in the Wilderness dating game.
All right. we've
Please
all got
don't
something
tempt
to
me.
do. Let's get on it. We don't.
I
what
have
we're
to go
talking
make a
about.
dating game.
Oh lord.
Does it have one of those with like battery-powered plastic phones? You put the card in like mystery date.
Yes.
Clearly, it's going to be a Japanese visual novel style.
I mean, you guys are joking, but
Talking heads.
I have plans for the future.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
God,
What?
no. What?
I'm not tuning in for the pigeon dating episode.
What?
I too
Next
have other
time on
places
Voices
to
of the
be.
Wilderness, the things that we said might happen.
Or we might just stand around a table and complain some more.
Also, Dan will be back, so we'll see how
Yeah.
accurate we were in our words.
Yup.
Dan's in the thing now, but he's pretending to ignore us all.
So, pretty typical then.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, we're good then?
We're good then.
Alright, then good night, everybody.
What's coming up? What's coming up? What's coming up?
What's next? Yes.
Yes.
That's going to be
the
Adder
commercials.
Jaeger on Tuesday at 9:30
Assuming
p.m.
my
Eastern.
house is still here,
Yeah,
Yes,
assuming.
Jay's house is still there.
which it should
Oh,
be.
God.
It's down to a Cat 2 now, and it'll be a Category 1 by the time it really passes over us.
Oh god, I'm not even going to get rain then.
No, it's going all the way out to. It's almost gonna make it to Chicago. Actually,
God
it's gonna be
damn.
a tropical
Wow.
depression all the way out there.
Alright, well, good night, everybody. See you hopefully at 9:30 on Tuesday. Thank you for tuning in.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.